So you have depression.
Oh, yeah.
Has being famous cured your depression?
Oh, no. Dude, I literally thought it would, and now here I am. I'm like, what the fuck? I have Instagram followers. I'm not supposed to be empty. It's like when someone's trying to lose weight, and they lose weight, and they're like, I'm still not happy.
Yeah.
Eternal. It'll never change.
I had like, when I first made a lot of friends in the city, I had like 20 people come out to my birthday party, which was like, I don't know, that's a pretty big deal for me.
Yeah.
And I like wanted to cry like the whole time.
Literally depression.
Yeah, I was like this really makes me want to die. Like I hate this.
Totally. It's helped a little bit. It's helped in like more optimism. I feel like I used to be super pessimistic and like where is all this going? I try so hard and I get nothing out of it. Now it's more like, okay, I'm seeing some validation, but now it's more like, ugh, I have this general feeling of like, ugh, now I gotta keep doing stuff. Still don't want to get out of bed. I thought that would change. I thought the motivation would be there more, you know?
Yeah.
Sucks.
I mean, what are your coping mechanisms?
Like lately they've been walking, obviously during the core. Exercise and walking are very helpful, even though I'm very bad at doing them. You know, like the hardest part is like starting them, but afterwards it like clears up my whole day mentally.
Mm.
I think like walking, listening to music, trying to meditate lately, that like feels like it doesn't help, but then later in the day you're like, oh my god, I feel calm, and normally I wouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
And like talking to people about it. I'm not super extrovert, but if I feel an extra pang of like existential dread, I'll text someone or talk to my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think those are it.
That's cool.
I used to stress eat, so but that's like self-harm.
Yeah, I guess it is in a way, isn't it?
Yeah. It feels so good, but then on the other end of it, you feel bad.
I ate a whole sleeve of saltines today.
Oh, I love saltines. They're so fucking good.
Yes.
I always forget, and then I'm eating them, and I'm like, I love these.
This reminds me.
I gotta remember to eat these more.
Why is it that they're good? Oh yeah, it's the salt.
The salt and the bread. One.
Like, are there any kind of like psychological coping mechanisms that you may have, like your way of thinking about it? Like what you tell yourself and
Yes, I've been telling myself a lot of things. I've been saying, well, you know what? At first it was like I was worried about my career, you know, because what's the future of comedy and just the industry in general. And I was like, well, if we're all going down together, then we'll all come back up together, you know? So it was very much like, you're not the only one suffering. Versus if I broke my leg and I had to stop doing comedy for 9 months because I was resting. And now it's like we're all. So that's sort of like I'm suffering, but also so is Nikki Glazer. You know, like we're both in the same. So then it gets rid of that competition mindset that I have, that like perfectionist mindset. And then I also tell myself that this is an opportunity. Therapists love that word, opportunity, to do things that maybe formerly I didn't have time to do, such as enjoy the fresh air, walk aimlessly, catch up on some reading, meditate, etc. So I'm trying to, and sort of like.
Do you think talking about depression is depressing?
No. I actually think it's like validating.
Cool.
I think it makes it funnier. We can talk about it and we can be like, it's so weird. But then when you agree with someone on something, you're like, damn, I feel a little better.
Yeah.
I think it's when you don't talk about it, that's when you get the 1950s. Okay? Housewives who want to kill themselves and men who don't know how to talk about their emotions.
And you don't want dishpan hands.
You don't want dishpan hands, and then you just get every person has Irish heritage. That's what not talking about depression is. Irish people. Are you Irish?
No. A little, like a tiny bit.
Okay.
I was just gonna lean in and look at the red in my hair, but I'm mirrored and my hair is dyed, so.
Rosy cheeks. They're very bad at talking about it, and then they all just end up, you know, killing themselves.
Yeah. Or beating their children.
Yeah, and wives and
Right. Wives first.
right, women and children only on this lifeboat.
What's like, I'm bipolar, so it's like a little cocktail for me,
Yeah.
of moods, but like, have you ever done like something crazy to like avoid feeling depressed?
Yeah, drinking. Is that
Fair.
that's not crazy? That's a really telling that to the person who's in AA. Yeah, have you heard of alcohol?
No, I mean like same, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to drink like crazy. I used to date people who I didn't like because they liked me.
Yeah.
That was the biggest one, dating and having sex with people who I didn't like, but they liked me because I wanted to feel like someone liked me.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I feel like even if you're not depressed, every woman has done that at least, right?
Yeah, probably.
And we don't talk about their feelings, so. But women having sex with people for no reason, that's like, you know, like a dark place for me. Crazy to avoid depression. Um, Damn. What's, I feel like mine are boring.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Who was your worst therapist?
Oh, okay. Um, so when I lived in Rochester, upstate,
Oh, right, you're from like Buffalo, aren't
I'm
you?
from Buffalo, yeah. And I lived in Rochester after college. Actually, I have two therapist stories. Can I tell both of them?
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
One of them is obviously the college psychologist. Did you ever go to a college Oh my God. One size fits all. There's one psychologist for all 6,000. I went to a small school, only 6,000 of us, but she was available for every 3-week appointments. Her name was Beth.
Oh my God.
Beth, I don't remember her last name. And I had some heavy shit that I brought in. I think she was used to students being like, I can't handle my tests and finals week. And I came in with like some heavy parent shit, and she like didn't know how to answer, and she gave me like a worksheet on deep breathing, and
Oh my God.
and she was like, I usually start students off with this, and then I came back 3 weeks later with like this intense story about my dad, and she started crying. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
you okay? And then I found out, then I Googled her because I'm a bad person, and I found out she actually has a part-time job of being a professional Amazon product reviewer. And then when I started reading her reviews for things, I was like, yeah, this is too, like the line between me and you has been blurred.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Really weird. She like reviewed a workout video, and she was like, this video was good for those who are desperately trying to lose the last 5 pounds. I was like, Beth, you're not supposed to hate your body. What the fuck? I was so that's when I stopped doing that.
Holy shit.
That was super weird. If you're in college, the therapist department, mental health, they don't know what they're doing. They're always like, we hired a therapist to help you guys out, and they showcase the one person, and it doesn't help at all.
Or the finals week's dogs. That's like better than their in-house therapists.
What is it?
When they bring dogs by for finals weeks.
I remember I tried to play with the dogs, and there was like all these rules of playing with them, and some of them weren't even cute.
How dare they?
I was like, you're not helping me.
I tried to tell a college therapist that I was attracted to older men because I had daddy issues, and she thought that that was weird.
Yeah, see, where are they getting their degrees from?
I'm like, isn't this like incredibly common? Like,
Yeah.
like
According to the internet and every woman I've talked to, yes.
and
So,
every TV show and like Mad Men and
yes, it's crazy when I say something to a therapist and they like act shocked. I'm like, as if you haven't seen every brain.
right.
It's always, and it just leaves a sick feeling. You're like, I never want to talk to you again.
What's like some shitty advice? Have like people giving you shitty advice, like the kind of like, have you tried deep breathing? Like, you know, like that shit.
The deep breathing one is always the first for some reason. Why? Why?
It's the most natural.
I'm trying to think. Um, you can't always get this down, you know? Don't let it get you down. What? Um, that kind of stuff, like, um,
Oh, okay, well, when I have bad insomnia, people, my friend, like take a bath. Like,
dude, advice for when you can't fall is like awful. Drink some hot tea.
yeah.
Demons coursing through my veins. That's
Yeah.
help. The hot tea, the read a book before bed.
My friend was like rub magnesium on your feet.
Whoa.
I'm like, no.
No, I don't want to. That's a vitamin. What are you talking about? Vitamins, essential oils, those are all things people have told me to explore.
Drink magnesium.
Yeah, drink magnesium. Um, smoke more weed.
Right, which is not an option for me
Yeah,
anymore.
doesn't do well.
Although weed definitely helps. Weed is a thing where it's like it's hard to tell people like not to do it because they like don't. They're like, yeah, but it's helping me, and I'm like, well,
It really is.
yeah,
For me, it just makes me spiral into just like panic attacking.
yeah. My mind explodes into 300 galaxies.
Yeah, not good ones.
Right, right. There's like one good one in there, but like,
Good one, and you're like, it feels so good, but then the other ones cave in, and you're like, fuck, it was so good for like 10 minutes. But
I don't even know what I'm crying about.
I have to delete my Twitter.
Yes. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark, so I think it's good. It's good to wrap up. Do you have any closing statements?
Closing statements. I feel
Oh, advice to like younger people?
nice. Yes. Try to like yourself because no one else will be there with you forever. And if you can like yourself, that's a really good start. I wish I could go back in time and watch and be in high school and like myself because that would have made things a lot easier. If
Yeah.
I was trying to be something I wasn't, you know what I mean? And so that's my advice. Number one, whatever you do, if you have depression, anxiety, bipolar, if you can like yourself through it, that'll help a lot of things. Because then when you make a mistake, you can be like, you can own it a little more. That's also what I've learned through getting more Instagram followers is sometimes people will comment negative things. And if you don't like yourself, you'll let them get to you.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I like that.
I'm